The DAO, or Darwin Awareness Optimizer, is about searching your topic of interest, analyzing it, and then correlating it so that you can see it. It can be revealed to you in such a way that allows you to discover what is important, what matters to you. So how does it work? It basically searches the web, but not in the way you search the web. When you search the web, you're getting results based on popularity. Information that exists and that has been appreciated with other people like you. Your proclivity also dictates what you find, meaning where you go, what websites you visit, and your social networks as well, in order to identify the best information that you and your friends would be likely to like, or some of the information that your friends have liked. Your geography is also important, but not with the Darwin Awareness Optimizer. What the DAO does, it actually searches for information that is the most recent, and it puts it into a stream computing. As a matter of fact, we are an IBM business partner, and as such, we're using IBM big data and cognitive computing to be able to do a lot of that very, very powerful computing and delivery. So the system goes out and searches the information, brings it, and then it organizes it so that it can reveal the patterns in a way that makes sense to you. So you don't have to read all the information, and you don't have to be afraid of not finding the most recent information on the topic that you care about. And the velocity of your topic is going to vary from one topic to the other. Some information will be very, very active, and some other topics will be very, very slow. But the system knows that. So it keeps on monitoring the topics of interest that you have and show you the changes in the pattern as time goes by. So that not only can you set the system on a mission, and we'll go over the details, but this about a topic of interest, but the system will keep on monitoring your topic and look for variations, look for what's different. Imagine having an assistant, a personal assistant or a concierge, who always looks for new information about what you care about and does one thing more than just delivering it to you every Monday morning, but goes out and looks for things that are different and remembers what they delivered and then tells you, this is something you need to pay attention to because that's a context, or there's movement you haven't noticed before. This is what technology is supposed to do for us. Do all the heavy lifting and computing so that we can be presented with meaningful and relevant information so we can make the best decision. And that spells out effortless awareness. And show you exactly how it works. And you'll see it's very simple. You don't have to be a big data scientist or expert to use the system. So if you already have a login, you can go ahead, but I will create an account and start from scratch. So let's use the name Yuri Gagarin. So Yuri Gagarin, famous Russian astronaut, is going to be our user, and we'll use the theme of space exploration to go on. And give him an email, password, and password. You don't need to enter a promotion code unless you have one. You will get automatically a basic plan with trial. So the first thing that happens is the system exposes you to a dashboard where there's nothing to report yet. And our team is making themselves available to you so you can view the user guide right away, and later on at any time just click over here and ask us any question, and Dorian or any one of our other technicians will be able to assist you. But let's start with a simple topic. So space exploration, and I'm going to scan it. So the system here is telling me that it's starting the scan. So it's basically searching the web, it's correlating the information, and it's going to try to make sense of it and deliver it to me in the form of a digest that will help me see very quickly what are the major emerging topics around space exploration. Here we go. So I can see Lauration, astronaut, envision, Lauration again, Ceres, week, SpaceX, stage, and access being the main topics. And if I scroll down the page, you will notice that the information is divided in different orbiting clusters. So let's go around some of these orbiting clusters. So the first one, Lauration, over here. Solaration is associated with moon, virtual, future, NASA, reality, sky, and man. So these concepts have all been gathered together from the tweets, from a collection of tweets that, in this case, because this is the most recent information, 15 minutes ago, around the topic space exploration. So I could click on future and just get the tweets that relate to future and NASA if I wanted to, and I can read them. So this orbiting system allows me to, first of all, get the headline, understand what's happening, and allows me to go directly to the information. And of course, I could click on the tweet and open it and automatically see what this is about. So it allows me to explore it very rapidly, and I can close it, and I can look at other topics. So let's look at SpaceX. So now I'm on SpaceX, so now we're dealing with blogs. The information is not going to be as fresh and nothing meaningful has happened, but the system will remember that. So I can read the articles and I can select any of these articles to see what the basically the source is. So this is interesting. So I've got all the main topics right now, and I can actually decide to share this article with somebody else, which is this icon over here where I can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, Google+, or I could send it to a friend, and I'll send it to myself. Well, actually not to myself. In this case, I am Yuri. Yuri is a friend of mine, right? So let's go. So Thierry at darwinecho.com. I could enter a comment. There it is. And send it. So now Thierry would be made aware of this particular article via email. Now this is a topic that is dear to me, and I like to know what's going on a regular basis. So over here, I can say, well, you know what? I'd like to get this space exploration article every Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock and save that. So now the system actually has that topic for me ready to basically be generated every Tuesday morning. So at first, when I go back to my home page, I see that I have over here space exploration as the next mission that will be happening. This here is the original space exploration DAO that I got. I've got, oh, thank you, Diane. And I'm going to close this. And I can enter other topics. So now I've used one of my 5 missions, but I can enter several topics. So NASA could be another topic of interest, and I will enter NASA. Here we go. So I'm looking at NASA. So award, aura, space, surface. Surface, interesting. Atmosphere, where? So confirms neon on moon surface. So there is obviously an atmosphere on the moon surface over here. So this is really interesting. I just discovered that, and this was done only 3 hours ago. Click on galaxy. I look at the galaxy, orbiting galaxy, data, daily, researcher. Really interesting. So I'm looking only at data. But what I'd like to show you that also is very interesting, if I did atmosphere over here, let's go back to surface. I'd like to see how my search can be assisted on Google, because I did not know when I entered NASA that atmosphere would be a theme. So let's click on Google. And now my search on Google becomes far more meaningful. See, actually, I don't even have advertisement. Why? Because I have narrowed my search to something very recent. And that's something you could not have done. If I had just searched for NASA, this would have been the result. There you go. So all the information that we can see, typically on NASA, but I would have had, how would I have known all the topics that were discovered over here? Station. I like to go station, surface, NASA. Why? Now, I could also do the same thing with Twitter. And then I would get some information about NASA and Twitter. So again, very easy to assist my search in other areas to basically go deeper into the topic of interest. And I can do the same thing with YouTube. And here I am. Again, NASA surface station. So this is, and then I can filter, obviously, by the last hour, today, or this week, and then even get more precision. I would have had to know that those other words were meaningful right now. And now I know that they're meaningful right now because of the DAO, because the DAO correlated the most recent information and highlighted what was meaningful. So this is another type of topic I'd like to have a mission, and this is something that NASA is something that I like to look every other day or every 3 days at 11:45 before I go to lunch. There you go. And now I go back to my missions, and over here I've got space exploration and NASA. But there are other things that I like. For instance, I like Boston food. Let's see what we have. So I can enter any topic that I care about. And then again, the system will go out and will pick up the most information that makes reference. Ah, I see that Eric responded to my thank you. I will. Thank you. Now I've got Boston food. Of course, lobster shows up. Very interesting. Peach. How come? Interesting. So we've got over here Globe and so on. I've got recent articles and 4 hours ago. And again, I'm able to discover all of this information. Now this is something that I may ask for once in a while, but I will not put a mission on it. I'll just keep it. Now I just happen to love Star Trek for obvious reasons. And I want to see what's going on with Star Trek. You get the idea. Any topic of interest, even business topics, obviously. Anything that you can find on the web will look at the most recent information, package it, remember it, and make it easy for you to get it delivered in an email on a regular basis. As a matter of fact, as soon as this one is done, so you see over here, charts, Star Trek, Stewart, Elba, so we get the most recent information. System already knows that I like Star Trek, actually, because I've tested this before. So I get less information and I get more recent information, so it's really cool. And that's something that obviously I'm very interested in, but it's something I like to do on Sundays at 10 a.m. There you have it. The DAO at the first level. Simple features. You can click on the wheel over here, get the details, create a new mission, edit your mission. You can pause your mission by clicking here, and your mission is paused in red, or by reactivating your mission. If I wanted to create a mission over here with the Boston food, I could click here and ask the mission. Now you will notice as the system evolves, new missions will be made available to you. Missions that identify differences in the context. And by the context, if I look over here at NASA, the context, we mean the correlation of these keywords over here. This is a context that is now known to you because you've been exposed to it. But if there is a slight variation on the context, not only the content, the system will make it visible to you. Look for that in about 10 days, 15 days, when the information is starting to actually be computed and acquired to identify the patterns. So this is a simple demonstration of the DAO. I hope this was useful. You can view your DAOs in list. You can filter your missions or the DAOs only. The DAOs only are just basically the initial request without any mission. And then you could say, show me all my missions, or show me all my active missions. And of course, they're all active, and I will pause space exploration. So I will pause this mission, and now you'll see the color change. And now if I look at my all, and I look at active missions, I should only see 2. And it will tell me, obviously, when was the last mission and the mission itself. If I view again the tile, I'll see my next mission is in 20 hours, and I can look, of course, at everything and so on. This is something that I believe could be of a lot of use for you. If I look at currency market, so now let's appeal to most probably those of you who are more business focused than our dear Yuri Gagarin's passion for space. And if I look at currency market, you should see, and it should resonate with you, today is August 18th at 4 p.m. 2015. And you should be able to see information that is fairly relevant to what's happening. Sure enough, Starcoin, Forex, China. We know the problem with China. Yuan Bank, devaluation. There you go. Here you have it. Typical context. Now this is something I really care about, and I'd like to basically send it to a friend, or I can send it to myself. So one option I can have over here is to send myself a DAO. So I'll take a look at space exploration. I can share it with people, of course, but if I send it to myself, you will notice that the DAO is now available in my email, and I'll show you what it looks like. And here is my email, and this is my DAO report. So again, very simple. I can open the DAO directly by clicking on this option over here. And then I can scroll down my email and go directly to the articles or the tweets that relate. And again, I've got the big headlines, the big topic under which the contextual content is found. Thank you for taking the time to review our product. And I hope that you will be able to use it in order to be aware about the topics of interest that matter to you, and particularly making good use of cognitive and big data technology. Because after all, technology is supposed to help us gain time and gain productivity. Thank you for your time.